The film unfolds in the heart of London, where the dimly lit streets of an orphanage set the stage for a tale of wonder and discovery. In this setting, we meet Sophie, a spirited young orphan whose restless spirit leads her to be awake during what she fondly terms the witching hour. During one such night, Sophie witnesses a commotion in the streets below. Four rowdy men disrupt the peace of the night. With a boldness beyond her years, she leans out of her window and admonishes them, threatening to involve the authorities if they don't cease their disturbance. Returning to her bed, Sophie is startled by another sight, a giant figure ambling through the shadow. This is the big friendly giant, b.f.g, whose presence both intrigues and frightens Sophie. With a swift motion, he plucks her from her bed and whisks her away to his home in Giant Country. Inside the b.f.g's cavernous abode, Sophie's initial fear gives way to curiosity as she learns that the giant has no intention of harming her. Instead, he explains that he spirited her away to prevent her from alerting the world to his existence, fearing repercussions from humans. As Sophie settles into the b.f.g's peculiar world, she discovers his unique occupation, collecting dreams. She marvels at his vast collection of bottled dreams, each one a shimmering reminder of the power of the imagination. In a moment of whimsy, the b.f.g introduces Sophie to Frobscottle, a fizzy green drink, sends bubbles downwards and results in comical whiz poppers. Amidst laughter and adventure, Sophie finds herself enchanted by the gentle giant and his extraordinary world. However, their idyllic interlude is disrupted when the menacing flesh-lump eater and his brutish companions pay a visit to the b.f.g's home. Sophie witnesses firsthand the taunts and bullying the b.f.g endures from his larger counterpart. In a bid to escape the chaos, Sophie hides within a snozcump, a repulsive vegetable the giants detest. Her concealment narrowly avoids detection as the giants wreak havoc before departing, leaving Sophie and the b.f.g shaken but unharmed. Undeterred by the disruption, the b.f.g resolves to show Sophie his dream-catching skill. Together, they embark on a daring journey, dream harvesting area, navigating the treacherous terrain while evading the slumbering giant. Arriving at Dream Country, Sophie is awestruck by the ethereal beauty of the landscape. With the b.f.g's guidance, she witnesses the delicate art of dream catching, a mesmerizing spectacle that leaves her spellbound. Their peaceful interlude is short-lived, however, as Sophie inadvertently alerts Sleeping Giant, forcing them to flee back to the safety of the b.f.g's home. Despite the close call, Sophie's sense of wonder and adventure remains undiminished. As dawn breaks, the b.f.g realizes the danger Sophie faces in Giant Country and reluctantly decides to return her to the orphanage. Their heartfelt parting is tinged with uncertainty as Sophie bids farewell to her newfound friend, unsure if they will ever meet again. Back at the orphanage, Sophie's thoughts are consumed by memories of the b.f.g unable to shake the bond they share. She calls out to him in the dead of night, her longing for his companionship palpable. Moved by Sophie's call, the b.f.g embarks on a daring mission to retrieve her, braving the dangers of Giant Country once more to reunite with his cherished friend. Their joyous reunion is short-lived as the other giants, led by Fleshlum Peter, send upon the b.f.g's home, wreaking havoc in their wake. In a desperate bid to protect Sophie and his dreams, the b.f.g confronts his torment, courage born of love and loyalty. Faced with overwhelming odds, Sophie and the b.f.g devise a cunning plan to enlist the aid of an unlikely ally, Queen of England. With her help, they orchestrate a daring scheme to rid Giant Country of its tyrannical inhabitants once and for all. Journeying to London, Sophie and the b.f.g seek an audience with the Queen, hoping to enlist her aid in their quest. Despite their humble origins, they are granted an audience with Her Majesty, who is captivated by Sophie's tale of friendship and bravery. Moved by their plight, the Queen resolves to assist them in their mission, rallying her loyal subjects to aid in the capture of the malevolent giants who threaten the safety of both humans and giants alike. Armed with the Queen's soldiers and a newfound sense of determination, Sophie and the b.f.g embark on a perilous journey into Giant Country, where they confront Fleshlum Peter and his minions in a climactic showdown. In a thrilling display of bravery and teamwork, they succeed in capturing the giants, imprisoning them on a remote island where they can do no harm. Despite the danger and uncertainty they faced, Sophie and the b.f.g emerge victorious, their bond stronger than ever. With the giants vanquished and peace restored to Giant Country, Sophie finds herself at a crossroad. Though she longs to remain by the b.f.g's side, she knows that her place is with her human family. Returning to London, Sophie is welcomed into the Queen's palace, palace, where she finds a new home among her newfound friends. Yet, despite the new home among her newfound friends, despite the comforts of her new life, her thoughts often stray to the gentle giant who changed her life forever. As she gazes out of her window one morning, Sophie is filled with a sense of longing for the friend she left behind. With a hopeful smile, she whispers a greeting to the b.f.g, knowing that their bond transcends time and distance. And in the depths of giant country, the b.f.g hears her call, his heart filled with warmth and affection. Though they may be separated by miles and miles of land and sea, their friendship remains unbreakable, a beacon of hope and love in a world filled with darkness and uncertainty.